Hello, welcome to my channel. I am a budget mama based in the UK and my little family of 3 is working to a cash budget to help keep control of our finances. Today's video would normally just be our savings and sinking funds, but if you caught my short video on Wednesday, I haven't done my cash stuffing for this week. I'd love to say there was like a real reason. I couldn't face clearing the table and just getting it sorted. I really struggle getting back into the routine of things after being on holiday. It was yeah, it was lovely. It was a wonderful holiday. It wasn't so great because we were supposed to be going with family and we were supposed to have some time, just me and my husband, but family couldn't come because they got COVID. Very inconsiderate. The fact that they caught it from my daughter is a completely unrelated thing. So it was just the 3 of us, and it was harder in the sense that it was all 3 of us all the time. But it was nice that we got that time with my daughter and we just kind of chilled and we had a few movie nights and got out as much as possible, let us sleep in the car. We weren't stressing about getting back to the cottage for nap time and stuff, so it was nice. Anyway, so today's video I'm going to be doing my cash envelopes and my savings and sinking funds. I've finally cleared the table and I had no flowers in the house, so I have some soggy buddleias from the garden and a little bit of what I think is bay. I think it's bay tree that we have. It's one of those, it smells like bay, but I'm not 100% certain, so I wouldn't trust myself to eat it. In case, I've poisoned somebody. So today I'm going to do both stuffings. So I've got a little bit more money than usual. A lot more money than usual. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 80, 93, 310, 320. So that's 170 for our weekly cash envelopes and 150 for our savings and sinking funds, which is a little bit more than usual. I did an extra shift this week, so I'm 40 quid up, but also a little bit down because I've been there long enough now that they're taking money for my pension, which is pittance. It's not gonna amount to much, but that's coming out at the moment. So let's do the weekly envelopes first. Pop that over there. So last week, basically everything got taken out of, apart from the clothes that was kind of kept separate, but everything else kind of got taken out and put into one big pot, and that was just like the holiday spending money. So we've got a little bit left, kind of, technically, although we did also spend a little bit on the card, so just gonna call it quits. So the money that went on the card was, while we were away, we had our car insurance due and we'd put £400 aside for the car insurance, and it only came out at like 335. So we put that little bit of extra money towards, we had a nice meal out on like overlooking Lake Windermere, which was gorgeous. And we did something else. Oh, we went to we found an entirely vegan place. There was like, the whole holiday there was no choices. There was maybe like 1 or 2 things per cafe, restaurant, whatever, that was vegan. And it was typically like a burger or a sandwich. Usually a burger or falafel was the option that we had. And kind of because of that, we didn't eat out a lot. We also found that we saved, what did we, I'd have to check my previous video, but I think we had about 220 quid or something that was just solely for spending whilst on holiday, not including petrol, or like we put some money aside for the cat because we needed to buy some stuff before we went. But I think we had about 220 quid, something like that. And actually, we didn't do much in the way of activities. We did a lot of walking, but we ploughed through that money. The main thing that we spent money on, main two things, was parking and food. The closest place that we could find like a budget supermarket, like Lidl or Aldi or Morrison's or whatever, was in Kendal. So we stopped there on the way up. But then we were kind of buying odds and sods from the local convenience stores, which were more expensive. And yeah, so we spent a good chunk of money on food. And also, you're in the holiday mood, you want a little bit of luxury. So, you know, we weren't sticking to budget meal options really. And we did have a takeaway pizza one night because there was Domino's that did vegan pizzas. But then I think we must have spent about 50 quid on parking. It was insane. I mean, every place that you went, there was no free parking. There was like, you got an hour free in Ambleside if you had like the parking disc, and we did manage to do that, but we only found that on the second to last day. And similarly, there was 2 hours free in Bonus. If you parked on the water again, it was, you had to have the parking disc, and it was only 2 hours, which Bonus isn't very big, so it was fine. But we didn't discover that until the last day either. So we were parking in the normal car parks, which were like £5 for 3 hours. It was crazy. Anyway, sorry, I'm rambling. So we ploughed through. We didn't do a lot of activities, but we did find a vegan place. So on the way back, we stopped by a place called remembering Chester's by the Water, I think it was, or Chester's by the River, on the river, something like that. I'll I don't know, link it. Right, what my brain is not remembering. And it was by Skelwith Waterfall, Skelwith Force, I think it was called. And everything was vegan. We could have pastries, or I think my husband had like a cherry Danish or something. My daughter had the biggest flapjack I've ever seen. It was like this big. I was expecting this little piece, you know, and it was like, you could have beaten somebody to death with the flapjack that they gave her, and it was delicious. And I think I got a brownie. I think it was a coffee and walnut brownie, which, as I'm getting older, my tastes are changing. So I think I ordered the brownie because that's what I always order. I always order something kind of sweet and chocolatey and really rich. But as I'm getting older, I'm noticing that I can't eat very much of something that rich. So I really regretted my choice, and I really wished I'd got the flapjack because her flapjack was lovely. Anyway, I'm doing it again. So fantastic holiday, spent too much money, probably going to edit most of that out because verbal diarrhea is what's happening right now. So there's nothing left in there apart from the 20 for clothes. Yeah, so it's all come out. So it all went into like a holiday pot, and we do have a little bit left. So let me count and come back to you. So there's 21.19 left from holiday. So that's going to go on my dish, excuse me, and that's going to go into savings. Which, I mean, it's a good amount. Given that we were on holiday and we spent far too much money, I think that's a good amount left over. It's not as good really, because like I say, we did spend a little bit extra on the card. Anyway, nah. So food, we are putting 50 into food, because there are some things that we have to, come here, there are some things that we have to kind of buy in again because they've either gone bad while we've been away or we just don't have. So we're putting 50 into food. I am putting 10 into personal care. We got a lot of things before we went, but yeah. that in there. Get in. There we go. I have completely forgotten what I'm doing with clothing. I think I'm putting 20 into clothing still, maybe. Don't know. We'll see when we get to the end of it. 20 into clothing. Miscellaneous gets 10. And pets gets that's why I'm not putting 20 into clothing. Okay. I have removed my extra little wallet envelope thingy. So where did that go? I think it's in here. Where are you? Where are you? There you are. So previously I'd mentioned that brain work, please work. Yes, so previously I had mentioned that we had a week where, so I just refresh on the same day each week, even if we're paid on a different day of the month each month, so my husband's monthly pay. And if I do that, the months where it was a day or two longer, that last week, it wasn't a problem, but last month we had a full 5-week month. And I ended up having to take that last week's worth of spending out of our long-term savings that we put aside at the end of each month. Anyway, so now I'm still taking out 170, but I'm putting 10 a week into a separate little pot, and when that reaches 170, we're not going to have to take money out of the account, and I am rambling a mile a minute. Right, so I don't want to put 20 into clothes. I want to get a couple of 10s. Never get enough 10s. So I'm just going to pilfer the... I don't want 5s. 20. This is not helpful. 10s. Woohoo! So I'm going to do that. I'm going to need more 10s, so I'm going to get a few more, I think. And then I'm going to have to find a cash machine that pays me in 10s because I never have enough. Oh, loads of 5s, that'll do. I'll count them. Idiot. 15, 20. Oh my word, right. So that maybe, hopefully, should be enough. Oh, I'll come back to that in a minute. I didn't. Oh my words. Where was that? I think it was that one, maybe. I just took money out and didn't put money in. Oh, idiot. That would have been confusing. Right. There we go. Right, that's stay. Don't fall on the floor. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm putting 10 into our, I don't know, weekly buffer. I don't know what to call it. I've had a couple of suggestions and none of them are quite descriptive enough for me. Anyway, and we're just putting 10 into clothes. So that is that. I'll close those after because you don't want to see that. Yes, so that's all of that sorted. So that leaves me with, hopefully, 150 for my savings and sinking funds. 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 80. This is not, there we go. Where's my fuel one? I've not paid money into petrol. Did I just miss it? Food. No, it is just missing. Fantastic. 20, 40, 60, 65, 70. Right, I'm just going to tuck this in here because I can't find my little fuel envelope. So that's going towards petrol for the car. And now I should be left with 150. Hopefully, maybe. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 45, 50. Fantastic. That's good. I like it when it adds up. So, is there anything coming out? So that's all my daughter's child benefit, which I'm going to do a video on Monday because we are getting her child benefit again on Monday. Boat hasn't been touched. Savings, meh. Do I take? I'm not taking anything out of gifts because we're so short on gifts. Savings, yeah, I could take the pounds out. Gives me a little bit of extra going into the savings challenges. And everything from fun was spent. So just paying in really. So we've got 20 going into fun. We're putting 20 into gifts because I've mentioned several times we've got a lot of birthdays around December and January, and Christmas is speeding towards us. It's not good. So how much oh god, there we go. How much have we got in get out? So we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 30, 40, 50, 154. We did have a little bit more, but it was my father-in-law's birthday. I think it was the day that we left, so we bought a couple of gifts, and they were the ones that were looking after the house, so we couldn't exactly forget his birthday. So gifts, savings, 20 is going into there, but I am capping this at 50, so no, that's okay. So we've only got 25 in there, so I can add the 20. And next week, if we haven't spent anything out of savings, then we wouldn't have to put the full 20 in. And the boat fund, I am putting 20 in. I still need to send the cash over to the guy for our mooring because he's messaged again while we were on holiday, and I made my excuses because we were on holiday. But then also we've got the insurance on the boat due now. I got a message the other day, so I need to contact them as well. So, it's just... Before everything got more expensive, it wasn't a problem. It didn't feel like an extravagance, but now it's feeling a little bit like, do we need a boat? Do we want a boat? Yes. Do we need one? Can we really afford one at the moment? And the answer to that is probably no, but we'd end up out of pocket if we tried to get rid of it. And we will use it eventually. I mean, we get the excuse me, we get the free childcare for my daughter in April, just with where her birthday falls. So once that happens, I could take on more hours, and then we'd have more income, and we could do more with the boat. So hopefully we'll be up and running next season with it. So 20, 40, 60, 80, there's 100 in our kind of maintenance pot, and we've still got the 200 for the starter motor that I have still neither sourced nor bought nor thought about, to be honest, recently, which gives us, yeah, because that's just my daughter's child benefit stuff. So that gives us 20, 40, 60, 65, 70 pounds to go into savings, plus all of, oh, yay. Okay, I'm a happy chappy. I am a happy chappy. So let's count up what's going into savings. So we have 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 2, 3, 4, £94 and 19p going into savings. Okay. I need to count that again. 20, 40, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 90, 2, 3, 4, £94 and 19p. Holy monkey! That's good. Yay. Okay. Let's see where this can go. So we've got, moving stuff. Okay, when I say I cleared the table for doing this, I kind of cleared the space. There's still stuff. Oh, I don't want to let on how much of a slob I am. So, I could fill so many. I mean, the focus at the moment, yes, this one looks awful. The focus at the moment is getting the 52-week challenge sorted by the end of the year, and I'm aware that I haven't paid in for a couple of, not that I haven't paid in, I haven't paid in a lot. So I worked it out, and to complete that by the end of the year, I needed to pay in something like £47 a week, and I have not paid that much in for a good few weeks. So I think, sorry, that was oh, it was a really dodgy little hand rub. Oh my word. Right, so let's get a couple more tens. Put that over there. So I can do 30. I can do 38, which was my next largest. I can do 37, which is my next largest, and then I've got 5, 6, 7, oh no, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So then I could do 17, which, yes, doesn't leave a lot to go into the penny challenge, but I don't care. I'm paying in, I'm feeling like 3 good sized weekly envelopes. I just need to find my Sharpies. Where did I put my Sharpies? They were hiding. Naughty Sharpies. Right, so let's do this. So those are my filled ones. So I'm gonna do 30. Okay. The confused look is because this should be 38 and it is not, it is 37. So I think I have filled one and not coloured it in. Doopy-doopy-doo. Yeah, 38 is full. So I can do 37, 36, and 2, 4, 6, 19. It's a lot of pounds. In that one. Yeah, be fine. Be fine. So 37, 36, and 19. It's gonna feel so good. Right. Oh, sausages. So 37, 36. Oh, this is good. So I'm going to recalculate and see if I am now on track for completing this and how much I need to do, how much I need to pay in each week until the end of the year to make sure this gets sorted. So 19. Because if that gets sorted, I don't really want to take money out now. We did talk about, so I mentioned in a previous video, let me grab some. Oh god, I'm old. The floor is so far away. It's just grabbing the envelopes that fell on the floor. So I did talk about they are not behaving. They keep wanting to fall over and it's making me very, very annoyed. I have talked about in previous videos taking money out of our savings challenges to, words are failing me, to start a veggie garden. So we want to start a veggie garden kind of over the winter and in early spring. But to get that sorted, we are going to need to put in some money. So we want to get a greenhouse or a polytunnel so that we can grow kind of warmer stuff like tomatoes and aubergines and cucumbers that do better with a little bit more warmth. But it also means you can grow stuff earlier and later. So we would have access to our own fresh food for longer, for like more of the year. So in order to do that, I've looked into polytunnels and there's so much change in these. And there seems to be a reasonably good one for about £100, 120 quid, something like that. So it would do the job, you know. Oh, I can't multitask for the life of me. Right, 38 was already filled. No idea why that one was not coloured in. But from what I've seen, having both the polytunnel and the greenhouse is good because the polytunnel gives that boost during the day, but it's not as warm overnight. Whereas the greenhouse keeps warmer. It's got more kind of insulation, so it keeps warmer overnight. Again, I am failing at multitasking. I'd love to find a couple free on Marketplace, but that doesn't seem likely. And then which one did 19 I paid into? Let's do green again. You do find some greenhouses free on Marketplace, but you have to go and dismantle them yourselves, and chances are I'd probably break it, and they've got like broken panes of glass and stuff, so you'd have to replace those. And I just feel like it wouldn't be, it'd be a bit more hassle than it's worth, I guess. Right, so that is paid into. Oh, that makes me so happy. And then we've just got our penny challenge. Penny challenge. So I've got 2.19, so I can just pay into the one, which is fine. I'll let myself off the hook given I've paid into a good number of my weekly challenge envelopes. So yeah, and I also need to get some netting or something for the, I'd love to say raised beds. They're not raised beds, they're kind of like rubble sacks that I've whacked some compost in and planted some seeds in and hope for the best. But the birds are pecking, so I've got radishes, pea shoots and turnips, and the birds are pecking at the seedlings as they're coming up, which not happy about that. So that is paid into. We just need to find Toothless. Oh, hey up, buddy. But if there are any gardeners among you who could give me some hints and tips and money saving ideas, that would be greatly appreciated. So, Toothless is fed. Pop you back there. Savings challenges. Oh, so much of the savings challenges are paid into. Happy, happy, happy chappy. That's what I am. And then I have my weekly cash envelope sorted, my savings and sinking funds sorted, and I will catch up with you on Monday when I'm going to do the child benefit, because that's when we get our next child benefit payment. Yeah, so I think that's everything, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. Sorry that it's a longer one. It's the Wednesday video and the Friday video all rolled into one. Which I think is slightly more satisfying because it's more money, but it also means that I ramble on for longer and longer and longer, which is not maybe what you're here for. If you are new, do consider subscribing to my channel. I put out videos twice a week, most weeks, and the odd kind of little extra video, like Monday is going to be my child benefit stuffing video. And you never know, down the road we might have a Budget Mama Brews segment or a Budget Mama in the Garden segment. You never know. It's really, at the moment, all of this is keeping me motivated to try and keep saving money wherever I can. The budget is definitely helping. Growing some of our own food is definitely going to help as well. Making our own wine instead of spending £5, £6, £8 a bottle on a bottle of wine is helping as well. We've got a good chunk in the airing cupboard, so I'll do an update on that in a future video. But for now, I'm going to shut up, go away, leave you alone, and tidy some of the mess that is my house. So take care. I'll catch up with you in the next one. Happy budgeting.